Welcome back to another episode of Research Fantasy Presents our NBA Bargain Bin for Sunday, April 2nd, 2017. I am Nickfromcwe, better known as Nick from CWE on all of your favorite daily fantasy sites, and I'm here to bring you my 3 favorite tournament plays for today. Last night, didn't get to watch any of the action with NBA, NHL, baseball, all needing articles written for researchfantasy.com. The games being on honestly just distract me. It would have taken a 2.5 hour task and turned it into a 5 or 6 hour task. I had to do a lot for NASCAR, as I said in the other video. I don't want to go into all of that, but I do know that Scal didn't see more than 20 minutes. Myers Leonard was very average, and that's what you're going to get from him. Like I said, you're looking at 15 to 20 points. I think he got 15, so that's 5x, but from value plays, you're really looking for 6. But Mo Harkless ended up having a pretty solid night, so we will count our blessings that went well. I'm going to go a little more on the risky end with things again today. I don't know if people prefer to hear save value plays, but I don't know why you're really playing someone at 3K or even under 5,500 if you're expecting a ton of safety. If you're playing in tournaments, you have to be looking for some kind of upside, and hope that's why I'm going to go out a little bit on a limb with some of these picks. I'm going to start it off with Kelly Oubre Jr., shooting guard / small forward from the Washington Wizards. Right now, Markieff Morris is awful. Otto Porter is awful on the offensive side of the ball. So they've had to turn to Kelly Oubre Jr. Nothing like ridiculously alarming, but starting from the 24th of March, he's put together the following DraftKings points: 15.25, 26.75, 24.75, 21, 18.5, and he's doing this from a 3.4K price tag. Now, the difficult thing with Oubre is I think that he's seeing more time because you're seeing guys like Porter and Morris struggle. So there is some concern that if one or, God forbid, both of those guys do well, it zaps pretty much all of the value out of Oubre. And I don't disagree with that. I think his value diminishes, takes a significant hit if those guys start playing well. However, it's hard to expect one or both to start. They've been getting by with, Wall and Beal taking the scoring lead. At 3.4K, where he needs under 20 fantasy points to hit 6x value, and he's shown the ability to hit 7x recently, I don't think it's the worst thing to look into. Yes, Golden State has been playing very good basketball. I know they're very heavily favored, but I think Beal and Wall are going to be here on a mission. I think that they're going to be able to keep the game relatively close. And truthfully, it might even benefit us if the game gets a little bit out of hand, because I think some of Oubre's minutes become a little more secure. High total on the night. I don't mind taking a risk on Kelly Oubre Jr. in some of my tournament lineups. I also don't mind taking a risk with Monta Ellis. He's put up 2 absolutely horrible games back-to-back. I think that's going to take a lot of people off of him. The price is nice. Little bit high for what I'd want to pay, but the minutes are still there. He's seeing in excess of 30 minutes. I don't know if Glenn Robinson is expected back at this point. I'm not sure if he came back the last game. Let me see if I can find anything on him real quick. But moral of the story is I think that we should still have an element of safety with Monta Ellis tonight. He's played pretty well against the Cavs in his career. It just seems like that's one of those teams that he always does well. You'll have you have some players that just happens with, and there's really no solid explanation for why, but it just does. Like I said, at his price, I'll pay that upside against the Cavs team who basically has looked really bad, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Vegas does expect them to be about a 9-point favorite with this game being at home. I'm willing to bet that the Pacers are going to be able to keep this close enough that you should see Monta Ellis with 30-ish minutes. My expectations out of him tonight are probably around 25 fantasy points, but we know the upside does go into the 30s. Perhaps my favorite value play of the night is going to be Tristan Thompson. And I'm hoping that everybody hears that and says, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine, because I think a lot of people did that when I said play Jonas Valanciunas against the Indiana Pacers, and I got him at 5% ownership, and he had a 40-point game because Dwayne Casey doesn't like to play him in the third and fourth quarters. Well, that's garbage. That's not how you play daily fantasy. The reality of the situation is Myles Turner is a sieve right now. He cannot out-rebound guys. Tristan is an excellent rebounding center. He's going to score some points. The opportunity for blocks are going to be there. He's 4,600 on DraftKings. I mean, so you need 22.5 points out of him? Are we really discussing this at this point? There should be no question that Tristan Thompson should be I might lock him in, to be honest with you. I'm having like 70% success with locking guys in. That price just strikes me as being entirely too low against Myles Turner, who has shown no ability to stop anybody from rebounding the basketball, getting shots in the paint. You know, I think there's going to be a large amount of assists from LeBron to Tristan Thompson tonight. I think he's got 30 to 35 point upside here, and I'll be all in on him tonight. And I think there's a great reason to risk exposure to him. So once again, our top 3 value plays: Kelly Oubre Jr., Monta Ellis, Tristan Thompson. Thanks for listening to our episode today. Make sure to follow us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Head over to researchfantasy.com. Sign up for our NBA mailing list. Head over to Facebook. Like us there. Follow us on Twitter at Research and Win. And we'll see you again tomorrow.